If you're tired of your mouse causing ergonomic issues and wrist pain, you might want to look into the Logitech Lift. This is a really interesting wireless mouse option that Logitech came out with that puts your hand in a more natural position than a standard mouse position. So instead of having your hand down flat, it lifts it up into an angle and they call it the handshake position. Basically, it makes it look like the mouse just went on its side instead of being flat on your desk surface. It's really interesting because your hand just wraps around it in this very comfortable position, but it does take a little bit of getting used to. And in this video, we're going to talk about the features of this mouse and who I think it's for. To start it all off, this mouse has all of Logitech's great features built in. It can use a bolt receiver or Bluetooth, and you can pair it with up to 3 devices at once. And there's this button on the back that allows you to quickly change what the device is that it's connected to. So you can go from one computer to the next, or you could also pair it to your iPad. And all you have to do is flip it over, press the easy switch button, and then you can cycle through the different options. It also includes a Logi bolt receiver, so you can also just plug it into a USB port on your computer as well. This mouse uses AA's to power it. It gets about 24 months of battery life out of it. And I found that it's pretty comfortable to use overall. I really like that there's some buttons on the side that you can customize. You can also customize what the scroll wheel does whenever you click it in. And there's another button below the scroll wheel. They call this the DPI button. So this by default changes how sensitive the mouse is. So that allows you to just barely move your wrist and you're able to move the cursor a great distance. So it's really cool that they added several different layers of customization into this mouse. You can change all these different buttons as well as the other standard mouse parameters like scroll speed and sensitivity, all using the Logi Options Plus app. This gives you a great deal of customization based on whatever apps are open or just on your OS level as well. You can also turn on side scrolling with this mouse. It's super cool. You go on the Logi Options Plus app and you go to the scrolling section and then you enable horizontal scrolling. So when you hold down one of the left buttons and scroll, then it'll scroll sideways instead of up and down. In terms of using the mouse, I did find it to be really comfortable to use, although it took just a second to get used to having my hand in a different position. But all the buttons are really quiet and really accurate, and I found that it was really easy to get used to the positioning of the buttons more than it was to get used to the slight hand position change. Logitech did a great job making this a quiet and easy mouse to use. I don't notice much noise with the clicking or the scroll wheel. I've been changing this mouse out with some of my other mouses, and the first thing I did notice on this is it feels a little bit small to me, and Logitech has this sizing guide that they give you to tell if you should buy this mouse or if the MX Vertical might be a better option for you. Honestly, it takes a little bit of getting used to. At first when I started using this mouse, I felt like my hand was in kind of a strange position, but as I started to use it more, I did really appreciate the fact that you don't have to move your wrist very much to take advantage of all the great features of this mouse. I love the customizable buttons, and this mouse is just super smooth and sleek. All the edges are rounded over, and you can just tell that Logitech really paid attention to the overall design of it. I also really love that the battery door is magnetic, so it pops off super easily, and they also let you keep the Logi bolt receiver there as well, so you don't have to worry about losing it, unlike some of the other Logitech mouses. The Lift comes in either left or right-handed, and you can buy it in graphite, white, and rose. So there are several different versions of this mouse available. It comes in at just $70, and I think at that price, it's a really great value. It's super comfortable to use, you get great customization, and it's just a great way to change up your wrist positioning and your hand positioning. In some ways, I think this is a great option for users who want to have multiple mice because you can go from this mouse to a mouse like the MX Master 3S, and they're very similar in the terms of being able to customize what the buttons do, but they also just give you different hand positioning, which can be more comfortable for you in the long run than just choosing one mouse and sticking with it. So who would I recommend the Logitech Lift for? I would recommend it for someone who's got smaller to medium-sized hands, who's working all day with a mouse and wants to try something a little bit different and a little bit more ergonomic. I think it's a great option for people who just want to change their setup a little bit and try something new. Now, I will say Logitech also has the MX Vertical, which is a little bit more expensive, and it adds features like USB-C recharging, and it's a little bit larger as well. So that's going to be a better option for users with slightly bigger hands. I personally found the MX Vertical to be a little bit more comfortable, but I also really like the MX Lift as well, and I'd say I have medium hands. If you're interested in picking up a Logitech Lift, I do have links to buy it in the description below, and if you have any other questions about this mouse, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content.